WGPR Detroit HD2.
You're watching WHPS, Highland Park, Detroit.
FM 88.1 WHPR, Highland Park.
WVIE 107.3 FM Charlotte, Amalia, Virgin Islands.
The views and opinions expressed on the following show are not necessarily the views and opinions of WHPS, its affiliates, management, or sponsors.
Good morning, viewing audience. This is Prophetess LaWanda Ingram, and we have Pastor Nina Nero, and we have a special guest in the audience today, Mr. Daryl Garrett. Woo! And we just want to, introduce this entrepreneur. We want to welcome you to the show. I got a little funny this morning because my co-host is going to Puerto Rico without me.
Did she just say that online?
Live TV. I'm in my feelings. Because, we co-hosting that stuff.
Must be nice.
It must be nice. Tell her it must be nice. She going with even out the guests. I don't know. She better bring us back something. So we're going to be...
I'm bringing you back me.
Oh. She got it funny. Wait till we cut the commercial. But we want to say welcome, Mr. Garrett. This is a gentleman that we talked about, that he has... you are welcome. That he has... businesses. He's just an entrepreneur, but he has a luxury lease car business with the what type of cars you got? You got different ones,
luxury
right?
cars,
Bentleys. I rode in one of the Bentleys, Mercedes. So if you can't afford one, you can lease one. Absolutely. And when these celebrities and everyone,
to the airport too.
Look at her. She's trying to rub stuff in, but we're not gonna go there. We got a show to go. We got a show to do, but. Yes, we want to make sure we can hear you. Thank you. The staff said we'll make sure that we can hear Mr. Garrett. So he has luxury cars, and guess what? He also has charter boats. Well, if you want to go out, this is for those who really be trying to, stunt. Y'all can stunt right in his stuff, but it's going to cost you something. So welcome, Mr. Daryl. Welcome. The name of your business is Special Occasion Rentals. Soar. Straight up.
I like that.
And then he got Motown Yacht Charters.
Wow.
And when these celebrities come in, I just see it. I see the vision already. They're gonna need to rent some of your stuff, lease some of your stuff, get that money. That's what you do. So we're gonna ask you some questions.
All righty.
We're gonna pray that you feel better too, because I know you said your back hurt a little bit, but maybe if you was invited to Puerto Rico, your back would feel better. But I ain't say nothing. All through the show, I'm gonna be in my feelings. Through this entire hour, I'm gonna be in my feelings.
Thank God for our studio audience.
They know where I'm coming from. So, just tell us a little bit, Daryl, about ourselves, and you have some of the questions too up on there, so you can ask them some too. Just tell the studio audience and us about you. Just tell us a little bit.
My name is Daryl Garrett. I'm a long life resident of Detroit, Michigan. I love the D. I ain't going nowhere. We like any other major city. We have our good points and our bad, and I just love the love that we have for each other in Detroit. We're a rugged city, but we get it done.
You said the love
that
we have
for
each other.
That's correct.
In Detroit.
Yes.
And that type of love will invite their friends to Puerto Rico, right? Gotcha.
It should.
I'm just saying, all through this hour, I'm going to be in my feelings. You heard him say the love. Okay, studio audience.
I'm out. Look, it's time for me to go anyway.
It sounds like it's getting personal.
Right.
Okay, so just tell us about you, some more about you.
I will be 60 years old in a few days.
You look good.
Thank you. All praise due to God, who is the head of my life.
Oh, yes.
And all that I do, I give him the glory for.
Yes.
So with that being said, as I said, I'll be 60 in a minute. I've been in business since 2009.
Wow.
And God has tremendously been blessing me. I receive everything, and even in His Word, it says that He will open up the windows of heaven.
Yes.
And pour you out a blessing. Sometimes that you might not even have room to receive it.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm a witness to that. And I'm also a witness that if you just don't ponder on giving to others,
Okay.
your blessings will continue to come.
I
So,
like that.
so here's a question for you. What inspired you to be an
An
entrepreneur?
Yes, because he is an entrepreneur. He got businesses everywhere.
Well, I started in General Motors in 1985, and I don't know. I worked right there on Mile Road and 9 Mile, and I went in the plant one day. We built transmissions. We had 4 different lines going, and I asked the foreman, I said, man, how much y'all get for each one of these transmissions? And he told me about $5,000. We had a quota we had to reach,
Right.
and me with my big old head and big mind, I went to counting. We did 9-10 hours a day. We got a quota of this many transmissions to make. They cost this much. Wow, Mr. Motors is making a lot of money, and I'm making crumbs.
Right.
At that point, I knew this wasn't for me.
Yeah.
So I actually made my way out of General Motors. I got my pension and everything, and I just knew that I could do something for myself as well as help my people. So that's my passion. That's what actually put me on the road to entrepreneurship.
Okay.
So when you are, let me ask you this: when you are working, because you have thousands of people who are watching us right now, who
Right.
still are on every day 9 to 5, General Motors, McDonald's,
working for someone else.
whatever they're doing, and you had an epiphany that showed you that what you're doing as opposed to what they're doing, it's almost as if like you're eating cake and I'm just eating the icing. You know, I'm getting a little of the icing off the knife and not even really even sharing in the cake.
Right, you going to Puerto Rico and I'm stuck in Detroit. Okay.
So how many people are now in this same position where they have sat back and did the numbers, but yet don't have the inspiration?
Right, because he was inspired.
Or you don't have the faith. Because it takes faith to walk off of a job,
Correct.
especially
Because I
when
know where you was working, they was paying good money though, right?
How much? General Motors.
General Motors.
Yeah. So in order to just make the decision, even though you came out with your pension, but there are men right now, women right now who are on this job saying, I got to get out of here.
Yes, I totally agree with you, sister. Fear is faith. It's just perverted. You got to
Wow, I like that. That'll preach.
learn
That'll
to
preach right
turn
there.
that around.
Fear is faith, but it's just perverted. Come on now, I like
So
that.
you have to learn.
Write that down. We got to preach that.
Yeah. You can't be scared to be. You can't be scared to be happy.
Yes.
You can't be scared to be healthy.
Yes.
That's
You
true.
can't be scared to have a relationship with God.
That's right.
And to be an entrepreneur, you can't be scared. You have to be I tell my children, especially my grandson, whom you know, I told him, in being, not just in business, but in life, you have to, it's the salmon fish is one of the smartest fishes that you'll ever come across. Why is that? Fish swim downstream.
Right.
Salmon eat other fishes.
As
So
they
he can either swim with them and use a lot of energy to get over, and it takes a lot to do that, but he thinks. What he does is he swim up the stream, turn around, knowing that they're coming, and simply open his mouth.
Wow.
Wisdom.
It's simple. It's as simple as that. So he
Right.
lets them come in. It's about working smarter and not harder.
I like that.
It's that
I
simple.
like that. Well, let's
It's that
talk
simple.
a little bit, Mr. Garrett, about your luxury car business. How does your business marketing strategies work towards obtaining your customers? You know, if you want to look at the viewing audience and tell them, you know, if you want to ask them to, you know, come on and call, you can give your number out. But how does your marketing strategies help you obtain customers? Or do
Okay.
it kind of like they just come?
Of course, we're on all of social media, which is really the way to go out here. But I'm from the old school.
Okay.
And from the old school, word of mouth is still the #1 advertisement tool that you can have.
Yes, it is.
So if Sister LaWanda gets my service, and as she said, she has written in one of the Bentleys, if I recall right.
I felt rich that day.
Then she will use her mouthpiece to tell others, and by her doing so, she's advertising for my business. And not only that, I make it easy to reach you. You can have my cell number and
give that out right now.
You can 313-452-9722. You can give me a call anytime, day or night, and when you do so, I will answer all your questions. The way I do business is I love my people first of all.
Oh yeah.
And you can go out on different places in the outskirts of the city, and there are other luxury car rental or leasing places. And I did my research. I went out there and I seen what they were charging their customers, and I understand this is business.
Right.
But what I want to do, I wanted to make it reachable for my people, you know, and affordable, yes.
Right.
And I make it where it's not a pressure on. You know, we have special occasions, proms coming up,
yes,
and
weddings, and
funerals, anniversaries, whatever the case may be. And what I do is we chauffeur you around to wherever you go. I may want to go. We'll pick you up and drop you off. We're very considerate and polite to our clients.
And on time, because when you came back and got me on time.
We'll be on time. That's very important. So I'm glad that Sister LaWanda enjoyed her ride. And Evangelist, sitting to my left, tells me that she will be using the services Tuesday. Is it this Tuesday?
Oh, we don't want to bring up Tuesday because you know she's going to Puerto Rico without it.
Time flies, so she'll be using it. So give us a call, and we'll get you going.
Yes, I am in my bag still. Because
okay, so let's ask this question. I'm looking on here. So I don't know how well you all can
they can see it real good.
But there are several types of, well, we've gone on.
He's back.
So there are several types of vehicles that you have on here. I see a blue Bentley here, a
couple of Bentleys.
Yeah, those different color Bentleys.
Couple of Jaguars.
So
550 Mercedes.
And when I pulled up outside, I saw a Jaguar. It was such a luxury car, and I'm a Jaguar driver. I've always had a Jag. But I didn't even recognize it because I'm like, what kind of car is that? So the luxury of it was, it looked so rich that I had to go out. I was like, that's
Mr. Garrett.
I appreciate an African American man,
yes,
allowing himself the ability and the faith to step out and do something on this scale.
Absolutely.
You can find a cleaning business like you have.
Yeah, it's the cleaning
business. You
can
find general workers. You can find general laborers. You can find lawn services. But how many people really invest in luxury?
Right. And you know, I've done research and I've worked with a lot of celebrities, Brother Daryl, and a lot of times when you see them coming to an event or whatnot, those cars are rental luxury cars. They either lease them or whatnot. So that's why I say I see something as a profit. I see your business being utilized a lot for the purpose of celebrities, because celebrities sometimes they have a certain image and they got to keep it. And so in order to keep it, a lot of times, like when they doing concerts, I don't see concerts on your
of course,
on your flyer right here, but put concerts and all that, any occasion. And do you take people all the time? I have to ask that question because the next Pokemos, we might need to Pokemon.
As far as out of town, though, we try to stay local.
Okay.
Yeah, we try to stay local.
Try to stay local with it. That's good.
So this one,
now you got the boat.
I enjoyed being on your boat.
Me too. We had a great time on the boat.
So for those of you who like being on the water, even I noticed one night we were at the concert, you know, because I do the Shane Park concerts most of the time. Well, Aretha Franklin Amphitheater.
Yes,
you got to give
Aretha
Aretha her
shot.
props.
Yes, bless you, woman. So and I noticed that I told Wanda, I said, I think I saw him out there.
Because he has
on
a
the
luxury.
water.
It's really luxurious, too. It is
Yeah.
really a luxury boat. It
So
is
let's talk
beautiful.
about what inspired you to, start your yacht company as
As
well.
well, right.
Thank you. As far as the yacht, that's wow. Laying in the bed one night, thought I was
just
watching the
inspired.
TV, but the TV was actually looking at me, and I woke up and looked up in the ceiling, and I said, it was a year ago, and it was almost my birthday, and I said, I haven't done anything for myself, and I don't know how long, and I wanted to do something that I could share with someone else, and what I do, and we'll get to that later on. What my passion is, we'll get to that in the next segment.
Right.
But I purchased a yacht. It's not the biggest or the best yacht, but it is a yacht.
It's lovely, though.
I'm glad you ladies enjoyed it. I love the water, so what I did was I purchased a yacht. Actually, I'm in the process of trying to purchase another one, hopefully next week.
Okay, build your business.
but
That's what
yes,
it's all about.
yes. This one here that I have right now, it seats 20 comfortably.
Wow.
It sleeps 6. It's very nice, and
It is.
I show you a good time on the water. We offer packages, a 3-hour cruise up and down the Detroit River. You and your guests, you can have free wine as you go up and down the river and just enjoy yourself. It's an adult atmosphere. I don't want any young crazy stuff going on.
Right, people throwing people overboard and all that crazy madness.
Twerking and all of that.
Twerking off the side.
No, we have an adult atmosphere, and we
Mature,
welcome
very
you.
mature.
We have a lot of people that are from the church sector,
Yes.
and matter of fact, Pastor Rick and his 15 of his congregation had it last Sunday. And they've been calling me, trying to book for next season already. So
See, that's a blessing. That's
Yes,
a
it is.
blessing.
Yes,
And
it
I
is.
know I'm gonna book something as well. I'm gonna book something
Any occasion,
for next
any
season.
occasion.
I'm gonna invite my friend though. You know,
Yes.
I'm gonna invite the woman of God.
Yes.
over there. This woman of God gonna invite that woman of God.
We even had a couple of months ago. We had some sisters who both of their husbands died in the military, and they were both in the Navy, and they wanted to scatter their ashes. So we went up and down the river, and we scattered the ashes for them. It was the first time I did that, but I looked at both of them, and they were very emotional. They had a good time.
Say that again, because you know a lot of people. That's something new.
Yeah,
I've
people
never
never
heard
thought about-
anybody renting or leasing a charter yacht to
scatter
do
ashes.
that.
Right,
so
right.
you specialize in that now
Yes,
too. So
yes.
Well, listen.
Hey,
okay,
I can
so
see a lot of phone calls
when
coming in
Bishop
for that.
died in 2020, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So he was a fisherman.
Okay.
He loved fishing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would have to pay him. Can you just stay home today? But he liked being on the water.
Mm-hmm.
So we drove to Chicago. And spread some of his ashes
Okay.
on the water, but I never even considered
what he just said he was
being
doing.
on a yacht and really putting them on the water.
Yes.
Because even though we sprinkled them, they kept coming back. You know, he kept coming back.
The currency check. Like I don't want to be in this one.
Right, we're
Take me down.
We weren't out far enough. So that would be an excellent idea, especially for people who love the water. You know, to
Absolutely.
go out and you spread their ashes. Because right now, because of COVID, you know, a lot of most people are being cremated.
That's correct.
Absolutely.
That's correct.
And then
That
I
would
ne-
be
and
a
that's
great
just-
idea.
That's awesome that you, because I've never heard anyone do that.
Yeah, that's great.
You know, so that's awesome. So viewing audience, you need to know that if you have someone, or and we're not wishing or saying or speaking anything into existence on that
But it
type of
is
thing, but
appointed
it
for
is
a man to die.
it
Yeah,
is
it
once
is. That's
appointed
an
for a
appointment
man
we
to
gonna
die that
make.
we have
We're
to
gonna
make.
keep it.
So if someone, you know, someone like you find someone that might get in a situation where they have to cremate their loved one and they love water, or they love to fish. This is your man. Give your number out again, because he will
Area
take you
code
on the yacht.
313-452-9722.
One more again. We need that.
313-452-9722.
Mr. Daryl Garrett is his name, and we gonna do a couple of shout outs, and then we're gonna cut to a commercial. And we're gonna come back and ask you a couple of more
So
questions.
let's do this. Let's give out the phone number.
Yes. Oh,
For those that
you
want
do that
to,
first. Do that, and then I'm gonna give out I'm gonna do all these.
Okay. For those of
Special.
you that want to call in
Do
the
all these
second
special
segment
announcements.
and ask questions, because that's why he's here.
That's
He's
right.
here just in case you are inspiring to be an entrepreneur. You feel like God is leading you. There's something that you want to do. I don't care if it's crafting or, you know, I go to a lot of resale stores and I go to a lot of garage sales. And I noticed that you have a lot of people at home making vases
They
and
doing a
flower
lot
pots.
now.
And,
They
you know,
are.
they have them for
Viewing
sale.
audience.
And I've been wondering, like, why didn't you turn this
Studio
into a
audience.
business?
Right.
Well, it's just a hobby. Well, every hobby
Can
is a
become a business.
lifestyle.
That's
Every
true.
hobby is a business that God didn't give you the creativity for nothing. He gave it to you not just so that you can make pillows for the baby, but so that you can make pillows for the world.
Absolutely.
Share your gift.
Share your
your
gift,
gift.
because a young lady that grew up with me and Brother Daryl, her name is Terry Carlisle.
Oh, Terry makes that.
Look at Terry made these. Look how pretty this is.
Wow.
And look at the top. I don't know if you can see it, but you can. It gives you a light or something. It tells you how the temperature and everything. But look how pretty this
Wow.
is. And she did this, and she turned it into a business. So Terry, I'm gonna get your information, bring you on the show. Me and Pastor Nina, we want you to tell us about, cause she bracelets. Let me show y'all. The
Okay.
lady is. Look at here.
Very
Come
talented.
close.
Very
come
talented.
Close. Look at her.
Very talented.
Look at there.
Yes.
This is Louis Vuitton and Gucci.
Very talented.
She's
Right.
very talented, and we need to get her business out there as well. Now, I'm going to do the shout-outs. My personal
Oh, I didn't
business.
give the number.
Give the number.
Okay,
Please
so the
give
number
the number.
is 313-868-0243. That's 313-868-0342. Now, in our second segment, which will begin after 10:30, you can call in and ask Mr. Garrett any questions that you want to know, anything that will help you and inspire you.
Right, because he's
to
a
do better in
kind-hearted
your
man,
life.
and he likes to share information. Now, I want to talk about this. Come close. This is my personal business advisor for my my book that I wrote. Her name is Miss Janice King. She's giving Halloween costume party, and you know, a lot of people, a lot of church people.
going
Oh,
as me.
why would you church people, they don't celebrate this, but she's having a gorgeous Halloween costume party. I'm gonna be there, and I'm coming in
Can I come as
costume.
me?
I'm gonna come as the person who didn't get invited to Puerto Rico with a sad face, tears, all type of stuff. Since you coming as yourself, so I want you to feel the pain.
Oh, yeah, I have no
and then
character.
once
Don't
again,
She at you.
I'm at her because I invited her to everything. So here's Motown. Let me put it over here. Where can I put it? Right there. Motown
Go
Yacht.
up some. Lift it up a little bit. There you go.
Motown Yacht
And cruises.
and Cruises by Mr. Daryl Garrett himself, who's in our audience. He's our special guest, and he also has the Soar.
Soar. I like that.
Okay, Lawanda. There we go. And he gave out his phone number. So, and I want to talk about this one.
Aww.
Look at the one who didn't invite me to Puerto Rico. She had.
Wow.
She has her second book project,
Yes.
Pain Won't Change My Mind, by Pastor Nina Nero. Get
Wow.
it. Amazon.com.
Amazon.
You can also contact her. You can call the station. You can also contact her. You want to get your number out? Give your number out.
313-985-2423. All social media platforms, Nina Nero. Nina Nero 45, Nina Nero 58, all of it.
All of them, because we
Right,
just want to
so you can
celebrate each
find
other.
me,
I
yeah.
love celebrating our brothers and sisters in Christ, and even those out of Christ that actually are doing something positive. And I'm going to have to get a copy of this. I want it signed before you go to Puerto Rico.
Okay.
And she got to get a copy of my book, too. I have to sign
I
hers.
have it.
You have a copy?
Yes.
I need
So
to sign it.
That's 313-868-0342. When the second segment comes, you can call in, and he's going to answer all the questions
Absolutely.
you want. Prophetess LaWanda, even though, I'm leaving her.
I'm in tears. I am heartbroken.
You can ask us whatever you need us to answer. We will answer it for you. All I want you to do is directly after this our commercial break, you can call in. The number again is 313-686 0342.
Or 0351 or 4338. Just make sure you call in. So we're going to break for this commercial. We're glad that Mr. Garrett took time out of his day to come and talk with us. And like I said, this young man right here, awesome. He don't look like what he been through, but he's soaring. And he going straight up from here. Be right back.
I woke up one morning and COVID stopped my entire life.
Friday night football games.
Being with people.
Classes online were very rough.
I didn't see my grandma for a full year. It would be detrimental if we had to go back to the way it was with this new variant. A lot of people my age think they're not going to die from COVID, but they can still have long-term symptoms. And we are lucky enough to have a real solution at our disposal.
Getting the vaccine is our best defense.
I'm joined today by Maureen Taylor and Louis Pisker to let you know about a new financial empowerment center located in the Wayne County Treasurer's Office.
Do you know someone, family or friends, that need help with finances? Do you know people having trouble making ends meet, especially with property taxes or other payments? The Detroit Financial Empowerment Center can help. Treasurer Sabri invites you to visit the new Financial Empowerment Center, 400 Monroe, on the 5th floor in downtown Detroit.
We've partnered with the Wayne County Treasurer's Office and the City of Detroit to provide free one-on-one financial counseling to help you address problems related to utility bills, property or income taxes, credit repair, and other financial matters. Our professional counselors can also help you plan your monthly budget and increase your credit score.
This service is available to all Wayne County residents. For free and private financial counseling, contact the center at 313-322-6222 and make an appointment today.
Welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back to God Said It, That Settles It. I also want to make a quick announcement before we jump back into some questions for Mr. Daryl Garrett. Stay tuned, continue to watch. A friend of mine who we went to high school together, she writes Elder Kwame Kilpatrick speeches and everything, and she gave me a thumbs up, and we're going to get him on the show. Just keep watching. Just keep watching. Keep watching.
He's back.
He's back, and we want him to come and talk about his restoration and his whatever he experienced and how he's feeling now with where he's at in life. So, Mr. Garrett, we're back, and we want to ask you a question about, like, out of all your businesses, which one do you feel is your passion? Which one? Because you have so many.
Well, I initially started off with a cleaning service. I have a janitor and cleaning service, which launched me into the other two businesses. I do commercial cleaning, offices, and things like that. I also do floor care, which is shining up and stripping and waxing floors and carpet extraction for Walmart and Best Buy and
all these
places like that. Yeah, I have a few big places. Do a lot of the urgent cares around the city of Detroit. And God has been blessing me. So I took that initial business and God has blessed me to branch out to the other two. I will be adding, first of the year, I'll be adding a blind cleaning service to my cleaning service, which I'll be cleaning residential as well as commercial blinds.
Oh, okay.
So we'll get back on that in another segment. Your question was, out of everything I do, what gives me the passion?
Well, which one is your passion?
Sets me on fire, gets me emotional most of the time. I remember when you two ladies came on the vessel and you heard a little bit about my story.
Yes, yes.
And my testimony is other people say it's great. I say it's simply me. It's nothing but the truth. And I just thank God.
Oh, yes.
I thank God for everything. The valleys, the mountains, I thank him for it all. I do not reckon myself to be any comparison to Paul, the Apostle Paul, who was converted from Saul to Paul.
Yes.
But I have a similar testimony, and most people call me D. They really know me.
Yes.
I am is real. I try to keep my word in everything I say. if I don't say it, I don't believe it.
Absolutely.
If I say it, you can
'Cause I've
stand
been
on
knowing
it.
you forever.
Right.
Absolutely.
I'm from the old school. Your word is your bond.
Yes.
So I tell the truth. It's easier to tell the truth.
Right.
My story, after I left General Motors, I ended up, I got incarcerated for an extended period of time. And as I was incarcerated, I had to dissect the situation.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes God has to knock you down.
Yeah.
All right.
Clean you up.
That's right. Put you on that
in
potter's
order
wheel.
to build you up.
Yes.
And I thank him for my journey. I thank him that he, I said a prayer, Father God, if you just allow me to get home with a portion of my strength in my right mind, I promise you, I want no parts of the streets anymore. And he held his promise. I came home in 2004, and I've held mine. I'm going to continue to hold it.
Yes.
I have noticed that God just continuously blesses me. I don't even look for it. It just comes, and I pass it on to other people. I have learned how to structure myself, because I'm talking financially here, people, and I want you to pay close attention to where I'm about to go.
Right.
It's very important.
Look at them.
Look up there.
The Bible says people perish for the lack of knowledge.
That's right.
That don't just mean spiritual knowledge.
Right.
That can mean physical knowledge.
Absolutely.
And financial knowledge.
Yeah.
And that's what we're talking about today, financial independence. And I'm going to give you some things that'll help you. The little things, if you're at home and you have pen and paper, now's a good time, if you don't, to get it.
I know that's
I'm
right.
give
You taught me
things,
and Nina something.
Yeah, right quick. There's two different types of America out here, people. There's regular America and there's corporate America.
Absolutely.
You have to choose which side you want to be on. Remember, I'm speaking financially. I don't care who you are spiritually or any other thing. I'm speaking financially.
Right.
When I was working at General Motors, as other people were doing their jobs, I was existing. I'm no longer existing. I give all praise to God. I'm now living.
I like that.
I'm now living. My God has blessed me tremendously. My God is rich in land and cattle. I'm his son. And in his word, he tells me I can have everything that I want. I don't have to wait to heaven to get that.
That's right.
I can have it right here, right now.
That's right.
That makes sense?
That makes sense.
That makes sense.
That makes sense. Yes,
Because it's very easy once you have the knowledge and the understanding of self, of God,
That's
and
right.
understand the system. When you know better, you do better.
That's right.
I'm here to give you some know-how. So with that, I want to start off by saying you change your condition by changing your position.
I like that. That'll preach too. Change your condition by changing your position.
You have to change your position financially. Remember that word financially. That's all I'm speaking on. OPM. Anybody want to take a shout out about what OPM means?
Can I do the shout out?
Look at them.
We learned.
Look at them.
We learned, and I'm telling you, I've been doing some things.
Both of the sisters.
Other people's money.
Other people's
Someone
money.
wanted to pay for something for me with their card. I said, no, I'll do it myself.
Other people's money. That's how this country is built.
Yes,
I'm going to get a little bit into that so you'll understand.
Okay.
These two sisters came on a vessel, and I mentioned OPM to them, and I saw the light bulbs come on over their heads.
Ding, 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 ding.
And then I have talked with both of them separately, and both of them have told me how
it's working.
This works.
It does. It's
I
working.
know that it works because I'm living that it works.
Yeah.
So what I'm doing is I'm giving out free information right now.
But he's going to be doing some workshops,
you can get it now for free, or it's going to cost you later.
That's right, because he's going to be doing some workshops. I already spoke that into existence.
Yeah,
doing
we're
some
going to do
workshops.
seminars and workshops coming
Absolutely.
up very shortly. But this system is run on OPM, this country. So I'm going to give a quick example, and I hate sometimes using this guy's name, but the reason I'm going to use it because most of us knowing our ex-president Trump.
Yes.
I'm going to give him a small example and make it quick because our I hate to even mention this guy's name.
But that's okay. You learned something with the OPM, though.
yeah, with Trump. Let's give a quick example. If using OPM.
Okay.
If Donald Trump tomorrow wanted to come to the city of Detroit and open up a Trump Plaza.
Right.
All Donald Trump has to do is come up with the idea. That's it. He have his financial advisors to do the paperwork and crunch the numbers. And then he simply comes to an institution here and says, I want to open up a Trump Plaza here in the city of Detroit. Now, in doing so, he simply presents them with paperwork. See, because if you can think about it and it makes sense and you can put it on paper, it can be done.
Absolutely.
That's scripture.
That's scripture, too.
Write the vision.
Write the vision.
Make it plain.
And then people will run.
Exactly.
And it works.
Right.
So Donald Trump comes to an institution here in Detroit and says, I want a Trump Plaza here in Detroit. It costs $500 million. Do you really think Donald Trump is going to write a check or go in his pocket and get $500 million?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. What Donald Trump is going to do is present his proposal to the institution. They're going to go over it because of who he is now. They're going, and I'll get into that in a second as far as how you have to establish yourself. They're going to give him the money to build the Trump Plaza, the $500 million that he needs. Once that goes into existence, he used other people's money
to get it
simply
built.
make his idea come into existence. So other people's money works like this. You come up with the idea, you find a person to give it to you, and this is at a big level. I'm going to give you an example of a everyday level that I gave these two sisters.
Yes, and it works.
And you watch your vision come to pass. Donald Trump is going to make millions upon millions upon millions from the new Detroit Trump Plaza by using other people's money. Okay?
Absolutely.
Now, in order to get to that position to use other people's money, there's a roadmap. There's I make a joke out of sometimes, and I tell people when they talk to me, as I told these two sisters, and I tell other people, as we were coming up, there were cartoons, Follow the Yellow Brick Road.
Right.
Remember that one?
Absolutely.
Follow the Yellow Brick Road.
Right.
Or either Hansel and Gretel.
Right.
The
little
breadcrumbs.
Breadcrumbs, right.
Well, right now, God has blessed me to be the Yellow Brick Road. So if I'm giving you the correct information, remember, you're trying to change your position and condition. You have to follow. You can't detour to the left nor to the right. And it works. I'm going to give an example of using other people's money in your everyday living, a lower scale.
Okay.
Something you do every day. See, wealth is not how much money you make. Understand that. Wealth is not how much money you make. It's how much money you keep.
Okay, now let's get this viewing audience and studio audience is how much you keep.
The Bible says a fool and his money shall soon depart.
Right.
You agree?
Wow.
Yes.
So you have to learn how to build yourself up financially. Credit, currency. If I ran into two guys, one guy has $1 million worth of credit, and one guy has $1 million of green money, which one of these do you think is more valuable?
The credit.
The credit. The credit, because this guy with the currency, once he spends his currency out of his hand, it's gone.
Absolutely.
But this guy with the credit, who built it up to $1 million or whatever his credit line is, he can go all over the world and get whatever he wants. People will jump to his assistance simply because of who he is in the credit world. Now, I don't care what your credit situation is. I don't care how bad it is. These people have made laws to cover other laws. Okay, you've heard of bankruptcy and things like that. Well, there are ways where you don't even have to file bankruptcy. You have all these institutions now saying, we'll help you to consolidate and do this. I don't care if your credit scores is in the 400s or 500s. I show and teach you, and we're going to get into that in the workshops as they come along. I show you how to do a 360. And faster than you think it'll take. Getting back to using other people's money on a daily basis. I teach you how to use plastic, or in some cases metal, because when you get to a certain level, you can get the
And remember,
the
I
cards.
got a black card.
Yes,
I got a black
you
card.
get these
He taught me some
cards.
stuff. I got a
You
black
can get
metal
these
card.
MasterCards that take you to a whole nother level. But you have to get to that level in order to enjoy that comfort. Other people's money at a lower scale, you use and spend money every day. This is a monetary society we live in.
Absolutely.
And you're going to be a part of it. You're going to get ate up by it, and you got to understand how it works. A lot of people got the scripture wrong when they say, going back to the historical days with Jesus. Jesus said, I didn't come to change the law. I came to fulfill it.
Right.
I came to fulfill it. He said, they was worried about what was going on. If I recall right, I heard Jesus say, render unto Caesar what is Caesar's,
right.
and render unto God what is God's.
Right.
Okay? We're in a monetistic world, okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to learn how to understand the power of credit and money.
And those workshops, when they come, I want to be right in there.
And I want you all to tune in and be in there because they work. I'm going to show you how to use it at a real minute level, and it's going to change your life.
And fix credit, right?
And fix your credit at the same time.
All right.
Other people are going to fix your credit for you. Right now, that doesn't make sense. But trust me, it's easy.
Wow.
But
yes.
I can't say it doesn't make sense because
it works.
It does make sense.
I went on the boat and we had this interview.
Had that interview with you.
So after I left there,
Give
I
it
said,
to us.
okay, I need to explore this.
Right.
Right.
I did it too.
And my credit score was right at maybe 600. Now I went from in the 4s because it was in the good.
In the good.
Most of us are.
I started building it by getting prepaid
and OPMs.
Credit cards, right? That you put money in, and then they help you. And then, I looked up and got a finger hut.
I got a finger hut too.
Right,
I got a finger hut.
I don't even really care for anything on Finger Hut.
Me either, but I got one.
buy things because Finger Hut is a good credit source.
Builder.
That's correct.
Yeah, it will build.
So when I left the boat, I said, okay, I need to try this, right? So I went home, and that's how this Puerto Rico trip came along.
Okay.
So I applied for this credit card that I wasn't sure, if my credit was strong enough to get it. And the limit was like 30, 20, 30 something. And I'm like, okay, I'm not going to get this. But I had been using the principle. I've been buying things for people that needed, they wanted to buy with cash. I said, no, let me pay for it. And then you give me the money. So I've been paying off everything that I purchased for people right away. I didn't do the $20 a month.
And this is what your credit do.
Month. Right. So my credit went from
up.
600 to 680 something. I looked at it yesterday.
In a matter of what?
Weeks.
Praise God.
Look at that.
Because
OPM.
I've been using other people's money. So here are we talking about this Puerto Rico trip. So the Puerto Rico trip altogether is about $2,500, maybe $3,000.
Okay.
I have not had to pay 1/4 of it.
Because you've been using OPM.
Because I told them, I said, I will buy the airline tickets. I will pay for the resort. All y'all have to do is give me the money. So each one of them are giving me $500 and something a piece. And when I get the $550 something, I immediately pay it on. Now it do look good for a Gucci pair of shoes.
I know.
But because
or Louis Vuitton
I'm
bag.
trying to build my credit from the knowledge that I got from you. I really just wanted to do it to see if it worked.
Right. And it does.
So it took all of their monies that I'm getting from the people that are going, and I've been putting it on there, and already within the first 2 weeks, they sent me another credit limit.
Yeah, it'll make your credit limit go up.
Yes.
But that's in the workshop because, it's our show, and y'all just going to have to catch the workshop. And Mr. Daryl Garrett, he's full of information. He got a lot of business. This man didn't get a lot of business by being not being educated on something. So even what he taught himself. But we do want to get this question in to you, Mr. Garrett. What advice would you offer to an upcoming young generation who has a desire to becoming an entrepreneur? And y'all call in. But I know someone watching want to know.
On the screen, please. 'Cause I know there's
number on the
somebody that want
screen.
to ask the question.
Because I mean, what this young generation, they need to know.
Wow, that's such a loaded question.
Yes.
And I'm going to be as prompt as I can with it. First of all, let me say this. Our youth, we dropped the ball somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
And it's time for us to do our part and pick the ball up.
Yes.
I had a young man say that to me about a month ago. Well, it ain't all our fault. Y'all left us out here without knowing nothing. And I listened to this young brother. He's about 19. And I said, you know what? You're right, man. So it's my job to help get them back on track. This generation is the generation that they think they are entitled.
Oh, the entitled generation.
I come from a generation where you work.
Yeah.
Right.
You had to work to survive. They want you, children and grandchildren and great-grand, they want you to give it to them. They don't want to work.
Absolutely.
And now with the the devil using the tools and technology that he uses,
yes, he is.
It's easy for them to get caught up into these series of these programs, these sports, the tablets, the phone all day, social media all day, and they forgot how to use their brains.
Yeah, they can Google anything.
They can Google anything.
Right.
I'm gonna get to that question in a minute, but I guess got to put this in here. When we went to school, I can remember remember those big old encyclopedias we used to have to learn in the dictionaries. These children got it nowadays. They can go to school and put their phone on the table and ask a question and say, "Hey Google." So with that, they're losing a lot of the number one computer, using the number one computer, which is your
mind.
Yes. So, what information or what can I give? What I pass on? The first thing I would say is understand that nobody owes you anything.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Mom, dad, no one owes you anything. You have to get your own. I hear y'all say all the time, I'm doing me. I'm doing me. Well, do you? But you have to survive. You have to have some kind of income. And what I would leave with you all is get in tune with the right people in your life. Get in tune with God first, because he is the head of everything.
That's right.
If you put him first, he will bless you.
Things will fall in line.
And things will fall in line for you. That is a promise coming from God and then coming from me. I'm a living witness that he will take you from nothing
to living.
To living, not existing. I am a living witness of it.
Absolutely.
So I would like to leave to the younger generation, get involved in growing yourself. Learn how to be an entrepreneur. Understand this. D, a lot of people call me D, so the audience and you all can call me D. I am not saying tomorrow is Monday, right?
Yes.
I am not saying go to your job and
quit
and walk up to your boss and slap them and quit and say, I'm an entrepreneur.
No.
That is not what I'm saying. Please.
Right. You got to crawl before you walk.
Please don't do that.
Right.
What I'm saying is go to your job. Just like you've been going for however many years. And as you're doing so, keep your mind going as to, if you're a true entrepreneur, how can I work my way out of here? Yes. What steps do I need to do? How can I change my position? I first have to change that. That's the only way I can change my condition.
That's right.
Well, actually, if you really have to change your mindset.
Your mindset.
In order to change.
The thought is the cause of it all.
That's what he said.
Right.
That's what he said.
If you change your mind,
and
then you can change your position.
That's correct.
And then you'll change your condition.
Absolutely.
But because a lot of it is our mindsets. Like you said, that they're so entitled. It, not just young people, but you got middle-aged people, 40s,
think they're
30s,
entitled.
right? That think you owe them. How owe you?
Right.
What? So, in order for us to inspire people, the Bible says, think on these things. The things that are lovely.
That's right.
Things that are pure.
Yes.
Right. Things that are a good report.
All that is positive stuff. Think on it so that it can come into manifestation.
So as we begin to shift our mind, you know, I listen to a lot of
so is he.
Exactly.
Yes.
I listen to a lot of inspirational people, and one of the things that they always talk about is mind shifting. You have to shift your mind. You gotta learn how to change your thinking. I preach this message. Change your stinking thinking. It's easy for us to think stink because I've grown up this way. I don't know how to be a lady because I'm a hood rat. I don't know.
Right.
So,
you got to
so
change the way your
way
mindset. And then, you know, the young people, they have, when they change their mindset, they got to make sure that they changing their mindset to not think that they're entitled.
Yeah.
But they need to think about what they're entitled to do for
what
themselves.
Can I do for me?
What can I do for me so that I don't have to depend on nobody else to do it?
Have you ever heard people say this? A lot of guys and women say this. I don't get a shot. Nobody give me no shot. They don't give me a shot.
They don't owe you nothing.
Right.
No
They
No
don't
one
nobody
has
owe you
to give you a
no
shot.
one owes you
Man,
anything.
the Bible says the kingdom of heaven suffers violence, and it's the violent that take it by
That's
force.
correct.
Exactly.
So there's something you gotta want enough to take.
Go get it. That's
Exactly.
right.
Just like you did, you tried it and it worked.
It works.
Yes, I like to add, if I might, and I'm looking at this
we got it. 5 more
this
minutes.
book here by Sister Nina, and of course I've read Evangelist LaWanda book. I have a book. Sister Wanda has turned me on to a lady who's in the process of writing my.
He's got a book too.
Yeah,
Look at
thank
it.
you. And she's
Nothing but
she's
growth.
doing right. She's doing tremendously by it, and the name of my book is "You Have Been Tricked." It's a financial book. You have been tricked. What the rich don't tell. Wow. And in this book, detailing it all, because I'm familiar with Black Wall Street.
Right.
I understand that at one particular time, even in the city of Detroit, we were a community where our dollars circulated in and out of community.
Absolutely.
If you're paying attention to how times have changed, and I said on C-SPAN years ago, it takes an average, and I want you to take this with your mind. It takes the black dollar. We spend more money than any other ethnic group in the country.
That's true.
But we buying junk. We're buying garbage.
Right.
It takes 7 minutes for the black dollar to leave the community. Yeah. Think about your community, where you were raised. Yeah. You working in it, and we shoot out to Somerset or Fairlane.
Right. Keep the money in your community.
We're taking our hard-earned money and taking it to the suburbs
and letting them be
and
rich.
sending their children to college and universities while our children suffer. Wow. The lack of understanding financial knowledge. Empowerment. That's what I teach, empowerment. Black man, black woman, we can do this.
Yes.
And this ain't got nothing to do with black. This got to do with green.
So now,
like
if
that.
you want to ask him any
I like
questions,
that. Give
you
your
can
name of
call
your
us.
book again, too. Let them do that, too. We got to get the name.
You have been tricked. What the rich don't tell. But
What
I'm going
the
to tell
rich
it all.
don't tell. Now, if you want to ask him any questions, I feel like this is important. Somebody's going to call, whether you call while we're on the show or after. The number is 313-686-0351. You can call and ask him, how can you fix your credit? How can you improve your credit? When is the seminars going to be? How can I get some help?
The
Because there are
workshops and
so many
everything, yeah.
of us, somebody's calling right now, there are so many of us who are soaking and sinking, and we
Let's
need
get
help.
this. Hello?
You're live on
You're
God
live.
Said It. That
Call back.
Settles It.
Call back. I think I got to do this.
Well, you hung them up.
I hope. Oh, he
She
said
done-
get next.
Okay.
So.
She done hung you up.
No,
Call
I
back.
didn't mean to. He said hit next and it'll come through.
686-0342. We're rolling up.
We rolling, but
we
hit
can't
next.
be rolling up. We got 3 more minutes after
Right.
11.
Showed up. We didn't
Stand
start to.
by.
We didn't start to
right.
10:02.
I'm gonna need my whole time because what we're talking about is so.
And we got to bring
pertinent.
you back,
right?
Brother
And we
Daryl.
need
We got to
to
bring
be
you back.
able
And I'm
to help people.
Right.
And I'm going to come back again with, and I got some other brothers
Oh, yeah.
and
We're gonna
sisters.
talk
We're
about
going to
that.
sit down and they're going to tell you how they use other people's money, and they're in the same position, if not better than I am.
And I'm just seeing this right now. That when we bring them back, you, myself, and Pastor Nina, we get together. when she get back from Puerto Rico, of course. And we'll try to get it because, to me, although we're the hosts of the show, I would love to just pop in our faces and pop out and let you and those other ones sit at this desk and talk to the viewing audience, and we'll sit in the audience because people need to know this. So many people have struggled too long
get information out.
and get the information out, and I don't have to be in front of the camera to get the information. I want whoever we decide to use, that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
We let them, actually, you with them, sit up here and have that show for that day.
I would love that.
Because I want people to understand you don't have to struggle because you're in the struggle.
I am a total believer of if you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day.
Yeah.
But if you teach him how to fish, you feed him for life.
For a lifetime. So we still got call in. We're gonna take 2 more minutes because
right.
That's
313-686-0342. We want you to call in.
1 more minute.
And even if we're off the air, you can
Call
still
in.
call.
Get
He'll
this
still be
information.
here.
It's
Get
free.
This information.
Yeah, because the seminars will not be free.
Right.
They will not be free.
The packages will not be free.
Absolutely not.
The literature is not going to be free. So the information that you're giving right now, or you're getting right now, is free. So all you got to do is call in and ask him some questions. Find out, what do I need to do? Somebody's looking at us right now.
How do I get to your
saying,
workshop?
I just want, I just want somebody to help me fix this mess I made, because I'd have been at Macy's and I'm in a rut.
Well, I done went down to the casino and they didn't put all their money into somebody else's machine and somebody else's credit card.
Now, one of the things I would like for us to talk about the next time is how do we get back to filtering our dollars back amongst us, because a lot of the black businesses are now closed. They're no longer in existence. Most of them are working for other people. Even I work in a Korean beauty supply. That's where I do my lashes and stuff.
Let's get a beauty supply.
Right. So how can we inspire our African American, our youth, to open up these businesses again?
Correct.
The riots are over.
You're getting the stimulus check. You're getting all that. Put it back into your community. That's what we want you to know. Put it back into your community. And I know we gotta go. Any last words before we?
I'd like to say thank you for having me on. I can't wait to get this train rolling. I appreciate both of you sisters.
All right, well,
OPM, baby.
OPM. Let's OPM.
People's money.
OPM.
Come
it
on,
works.
follow us as we say it. Other people's money. Whatever it is you want in life, you can have it, and you don't have to use your own money.
That's simple.
We'll see you next time.
Hi, this is LaWanda.
This is R.J. Watkins.
Coming to you to bring you some information about the #1 detox in the nation, Lemon Burn. Lemon Burn helps to turn the fat into fit. It's for you, a happier, healthier you. Because healthy is the new beautiful. An all-natural way to improve your health. It promotes a healthy digestive system, attacks and reduces belly fat, as well as gives you energy. Need to get yours today. Call 313-868-6612.
Don't forget to exercise and eat right.
In the world of digital broadcasting, transmitters and exciters sometimes do this. If this happens when you're watching WHPR TV 33, please do this. Watch us on Fire Stick, Roku, Apple TV, Google TV, or TV33WHPR.com. Download the WHPR TV app, and we can also be heard on Amazon Echo. So remember, if you see this, you can do this and support the station that supports you.
I'm Attorney Carl Collins III. I'm Attorney Carl Collins III. Hello, I'm Attorney Carl Collins III. If you've been injured and you need help, make the best call on your worst day. Call me at 855-CAR-HIT-YOU. That's 855-CAR-HIT-YOU.